I used to forget where I put my keys. Then I forgot why I walked into a room. At first, I laughed it off. I'm just getting older, I said, but deep down, I was scared. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. After 60, our brains need more support than ever. Blood flow slows down, memory gets foggy, and the risk of stroke climbs quietly in the background. But here's the hopeful part. What you put on your plate can protect your brain. At Elderly Wisdom Secrets, we believe in aging smarter, not harder. So in today's video, we're diving into the top 10 brain-loving foods that don't just taste great, but also fight stroke, fuel memory, and support a longer, sharper life. Let's explore what nature already gave us, and how we can use it to stay clear, focused, and strong, one delicious bite at a time. 1. Blueberries, tiny berries. Big brain power. They may be small, but blueberries are true giants when it comes to brain protection. Imagine something so sweet, so simple, yet capable of guarding your mind from the silent creep of aging. These little berries are packed with antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, which have been shown in countless studies to improve communication between brain cells, enhance memory, and even delay cognitive decline. Researchers at Harvard followed over 16,000 women for more than 20 years and found that those who ate more blueberries and strawberries had slower rates of mental aging by up to 2.5 years. That's no small feat. For someone over 60, 2.5 years of clarity, independence, and connection can mean everything. And the best part? You don't need to turn your life upside down. Just add a handful of fresh or frozen blueberries to your oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothie each day. It's not about eating perfectly, it's about choosing foods that love your brain as much as you do. 2. Fatty fish, fuel for thought. Straight from the sea, if there were a food designed by nature to nourish your brain, it would be fatty fish. Think salmon, mackerel, sardines, oily, rich, and overflowing with omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats are like premium fuel for your brain cells, helping them communicate, repair, and stay resilient. After the age of 60, when memory can fade and reflexes slow, your brain needs this kind of nourishment more than ever. There's a powerful study published in Neurology that followed seniors who ate fish just once a week. The results? They had larger brain volumes and performed better on memory tests. That's right, something as simple as grilled salmon once a week could help keep your brain physically younger. For many older adults, just adding fatty fish to their weekly routine improved focus, lifted their mood, and even helped them sleep better. For John, a 68-year-old retiree in Oregon, switching from processed meats to wild-caught salmon was a game-changer. I used to forget names mid-sentence. Now, I feel sharp again, like my mind is waking back up. He said, sometimes, healing doesn't come from a pill, but from a plate. When you nourish your brain with what it truly craves, clarity and energy begin to return, quietly but powerfully. 3. Leafy greens, the everyday shield for brain longevity. They sit quietly on your plate. Spinach, kale, collard greens, humble, unassuming, often pushed aside, but these leafy greens are nothing short of protective armor for your brain. Rich in vitamin K, folate, lutein, and beta-carotene, they deliver a powerful cocktail of nutrients that help slow cognitive decline and keep your memory intact. One study from Rush University found that seniors who ate just one serving of leafy greens a day had brains that functioned 11 years younger than those who didn't. 11 years, not in age but in sharpness, clarity, and ability to stay engaged with the world. Mrs. Elaine, 72, used to dread cooking. Too much work, she'd say. But once she began adding a handful of spinach to her scrambled eggs or blending kale into her morning smoothie, she found it easy and even enjoyable. Within months, she noticed she was forgetting fewer names, and she felt more alert during her daily walks. Sometimes, the most powerful medicine doesn't come in a bottle. It grows in your backyard or arrives fresh from the market. And now that you know how leafy greens can help preserve your mental edge, let's explore a warm, comforting kitchen staple that's not only delicious, but also a quiet hero in stroke prevention. Let's talk about brain food number 4. 4. Oats, the heart-healthy grain that nourishes the brain. There's something deeply comforting about a warm bowl of oats in the morning. It's familiar, gentle, and grounding, but beyond comfort, oats offer a quiet power that supports both heart and brain, two systems that become increasingly intertwined as we age. Oats are rich in soluble fiber, particularly beta-glucan, which helps lower LDL cholesterol and stabilize blood sugar levels. This is crucial because healthy blood vessels mean steady blood flow to the brain, fueling concentration, memory, and balance. For Harold, 70, breakfast used to be a sugary pastry and coffee on the go. But after his doctor warned him of rising cholesterol and early cognitive fog, he made a small shift: steel-cut oats with berries and a handful of walnuts. Within weeks, he felt steadier, not just in body, but in mind. He said it felt like mental clutter began to lift. The science backs him up. Oats help reduce inflammation and promote vascular health, which directly impacts brain performance, especially after 60. And the best part? Oats are simple: just water, time, and care. Like most good things in life, as we continue our journey through nature's medicine cabinet, let's turn to a brain-loving fruit that's often mistaken as too sugary, but in truth, offers a deep reservoir of protection. It's time for brain food number 5. 5. Avocados, creamy fat that feeds the mind. There was a time when fat was feared, and avocados were avoided. But today, we know better. This creamy green fruit is one of the richest sources of monounsaturated fats, the kind that support healthy cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and most importantly, improve blood flow to the brain. For seniors, that blood flow is everything. It means more oxygen, better focus, and stronger mental clarity in moments when it matters most. In fact, a study published in Nutrients found that older adults who consumed avocados regularly performed better on cognitive tests, particularly in attention and working memory. For Eleanor, 69, a former schoolteacher in Texas, adding half an avocado to her lunch became a quiet ritual. It fills me up, makes me feel clear-headed, and even lifts my mood, she said. Avocados are also packed with lutein, an antioxidant that protects both the eyes and the brain, two of the most vulnerable systems as we age. Whether sliced on toast, blended into smoothies, or eaten by the spoonful with a touch of lemon, avocado isn't just delicious, it's deeply nourishing for the aging mind. And as we move forward, we shift from creamy green to deep red, into the world of one of the most underrated brain-boosting foods of all. Let's continue with brain food number 6. 6. Beets, nature's circulation booster for a sharper brain. Beets aren't flashy. They don't dominate the plate or steal attention at the dinner table. But inside that deep crimson color lies a remarkable gift for aging brains: nitrates. These natural compounds convert into nitric oxide in the body, which helps dilate blood vessels, improve circulation, and enhance oxygen delivery to the brain. For those over 60, where reduced blood flow can quietly chip away at memory and clarity, beets act like a refreshing rush of life to tired neurons. There's solid science behind it, too. In a study from Wake Forest University, seniors who drank beet juice daily showed improved brain connectivity in regions tied to decision-making and movement, similar to that of much younger adults. For Marcus, 74, a retired bus driver, adding roasted beets to his lunch a few times a week became less about diet and more about dignity. "I want to keep driving my own life," he said. "These little roots help me do that." Whether roasted, juiced, or blended into soups, beets offer a powerful way to support not just brain health, but independence. And as we dig deeper into the Earth's bounty, Our next food proves that sometimes the most potent protectors come in tiny, crunchy packages. Let's continue with brain food number 7. 7. Walnuts, the brain-shaped nut that truly nourishes the mind. It almost feels like nature left us a clue. The shape of a walnut mirrors the folds of the human brain. And fittingly, this humble nut is one of the most powerful foods for cognitive health. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, vitamin E and polyphenols, walnuts help combat oxidative stress and inflammation, two major culprits behind memory decline and age-related brain fog. A long-term study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who regularly consumed walnuts showed better cognitive scores and slower mental decline, even when other factors were accounted for. For Linda, 71, keeping a small jar of walnuts on her kitchen counter became part of her morning ritual. I grab a few while I wait for the kettle to boil. They help me feel steady, not just in energy, but in thinking, she shared. They're also a perfect snack, no prep, no mess, just real nourishment in a handful. When you feed your brain something that has evolved to protect it, you begin to notice the difference, not overnight, but over time, in moments of mental clarity, calmness, and confidence. Now that we've explored this crunchy protector, it's time to turn to a spice, yes, a spice that's been treasured for centuries. Not just for flavor, but for memory. Let's discover brain food number 8. 8. Turmeric, the golden spice that guards the aging brain. In kitchens across the world, turmeric has long added warmth and color to meals. But beyond its earthy flavor lies curcumin, the powerful compound that gives turmeric its golden hue, and its reputation as one of the most potent natural anti-inflammatories known to science. For the aging brain, curcumin is a quiet warrior. It reduces inflammation, supports the growth of new brain cells, and may even help clear away the plaques associated with Alzheimer's disease. One study from UCLA found that older adults who took curcumin supplements had improved memory and attention after just 18 months, and brain scans showed fewer signs of age-related decline. For Ravi, 68, adding a pinch of turmeric to his morning tea wasn't about tradition, it was about prevention. It's like a daily promise to my brain, he said with a smile. Turmeric reminds us that healing doesn't always come in large doses or loud gestures. Sometimes it comes in warm sips, quiet flavors, and daily routines that honor the body's needs. And speaking of simple additions, the next food on our list is one you may already have in your fruit bowl, but you might not realize just how powerful it is. Let's move on to brain food number 9. 9. Apples, everyday fruit with extraordinary brain benefits. It's easy to overlook apples. They're familiar, affordable, and often seen as just a convenient snack. But beneath that crisp bite lies a quiet strength, one that supports memory, reduces inflammation, and defends the brain against age-related decline. Apples contain quercetin, a plant compound known to combat oxidative stress in the brain. They're also rich in soluble fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar, a key factor in stroke prevention and cognitive stability after 60. In a recent study published in Frontiers in Nutrition, researchers found that seniors who regularly consumed flavonoid-rich fruits like apples had significantly lower risks of developing dementia. For Henry, 73, who once relied on cookies for his afternoon pick-me-up, switching to a sliced apple with a sprinkle of cinnamon became a simple but meaningful choice. It's not just about eating right, he said, it's about making small decisions that keep me thinking clearly. And that's the heart of it. Health isn't always about grand changes. It's often built in small, familiar moments that add up over time. As we wrap up our list, there's one more food to explore, one that's juicy, colorful, and brimming with compounds that defend not just the heart, but the mind. Let's finish strong with brain food number 10. 10. Berries, nature's tiny guardians of memory and mood. Strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, each one a burst of flavor, but also a burst of protection for your brain. These colorful gems are loaded with flavonoids and anthocyanins, compounds shown to enhance communication between brain cells, reduce inflammation, and even slow the rate of cognitive aging. Unlike many superfoods that come with a learning curve, berries are simple, joyful, and deeply nourishing. A major study from Harvard followed over 16,000 older adults and found that those who consumed berries at least twice a week had significantly slower memory decline, equivalent to delaying brain aging by over 2 years. For Margaret, 76, Sunday mornings changed the day she began topping her pancakes with a handful of fresh berries instead of syrup. "It feels like I'm giving my brain a gift," she said. That gift is not just about memory, but also about mood. Berries are known to support serotonin levels, helping ease the mental heaviness that can accompany aging. So, whether you sprinkle them over yogurt, blend them into a smoothie, or simply enjoy them by the handful, berries offer a delicious way to protect the most vital part of you, your mind. And now that we've walked through these 10 powerful foods, each with its own role in nourishing the brain and preventing stroke, let's take a moment to reflect and talk about how to turn this knowledge into daily action. It's time for our conclusion, as we come to the end of this journey through 10 powerful brain-boosting foods. The message is simple but profound. Your plate is your first line of defense. Stroke prevention and cognitive strength aren't about miracle cures or radical diets. They're about small, loving choices, day after day, that build resilience in your body and clarity in your mind. You don't have to change everything at once. Maybe tomorrow, it's a handful of walnuts instead of chips. Next week, it's adding spinach to your lunch. Over time, these gentle shifts become habits, and habits become the foundation for a longer, sharper, more independent life. If you found this video helpful, meaningful, or even a little eye-opening, I invite you to like it, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Secrets. This channel is here for you, with honest, compassionate, and practical health advice designed for the years that truly matter. Thank you for spending your time here. Remember, every small choice you make in the kitchen echoes in your brain. Your balance, and your future. Stay curious, stay strong, and above all, stay kind to yourself.